Hi there. This is Clarence Compass, a Silicon Valley realtor here. Today, I'm getting a chance to talk with Chris Palisoc from Geico. We're going to talk about a little bit about what we should be doing right now in regards to your insurance during this time that COVID-19 is going around to our community. So the best way to hopefully get some great ideas and be able to hopefully save you some money. So Chris, like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Chris. I'm actually with Geico Insurance. I'm a manager here for one of the offices, and we are still in business. We are deemed one of the essentials. So very fortunate to be here and still be up and running.
And what kind of services do you guys provide in terms of insurance?
Yeah, so I mean, Geico's everywhere. We do auto, home, motorcycle, RV, boat, umbrella, rental properties, pretty much everything under the sun. And we are also delving into commercial insurance as well. So pretty much if you've seen the commercial, you know who we are.
Okay, great. So since the stay-in-place order came to effect, how has business changed for you? And what has been the biggest challenge for you and your customers?
Yeah, so it's the insurance industry is definitely taking a hit. Okay, and with everyone suddenly being unemployed or taking a hit with their wages and whatnot, a lot of people aren't afforded the flexibility of new purchases, whether it's like a new car that they've been thinking about, vacation, just general expenses as well. Insurance is one of them too. So um, yeah, we are seeing people kind of um, not necessarily being responsive in terms of the possibility of starting new policies or whatnot, even people seeing what they could do with reducing their costs, because unfortunately insurance is one of the things that people may consider compromising first when it comes to prioritizing expenses during this time.
Okay. And right now, what should people be thinking in regards to their insurance coverage?
They should actually, while they have time on their hands, they should actually be reviewing it if they haven't already. We find that a lot of people haven't even looked at their policies. The only time they look at it is when they're shopping for a rate. Now, a lot of things could happen in between that time, like big life events that could warrant changes or updates to your insurance coverage, like having a baby, starting a family, buying a home. Um, Maybe your teenager's driving now, starting a business. A lot of those life events can trigger things that can trigger the need to review your coverage and kind of review where areas in your coverage are lacking. It's also good to know what coverage is available with your insurance carrier. Um, like, for example, people right now are applying for unemployment. And I don't know if you've seen the news, but they're warning about the possibility of hackers taking advantage of these people and ID thefts occurring. A lot of people don't realize is insurance companies offer ID theft protection, but it should be known um, the extent of that protection and what it really covers, because during this time, that's one of the things that can be an asset to what's going on right now.
Okay. And what are the different ways that people can save money right now with their coverage?
Yeah, so a lot of people, are triggered to shop if their renewal goes up. You don't necessarily have to wait till your renewal. Um, it's always a good it's always good for price conscious people, financially responsible people to shop their coverage, especially if they've been with them for a long time. I would say um, if you've been with your if you've been in your policy for like close to a year, um, it's a good idea to kind of see what's out there. I would say maybe shop it every 2 to 3 years, okay, because rates can change in between that time period. But in terms of how it pertains to right situations right now, if you have auto insurance, you're likely, sheltering in place, not driving all that much. I would talk to your agent, call your insurance provider, see if there are any, if you're not using your vehicle, if you have full coverage, reduce it to liability only. That'll greatly reduce payments right now. And then when you are driving again, when you're back on the road, um, um, put back your full coverage. Okay. Other areas that you can save on is if the longer this happens, or if you haven't been using your vehicle for a while, consider registering as non-operational and take insurance coverage off of it altogether. As long as you keep it garaged, um, you should be okay, and it will save you that cost. Especially, it'll help a lot of people, especially who lost their jobs or have experienced a huge pay cut. Those are two avenues, but other areas that you can possibly save is just by talking to your agent, seeing if there's any deductible increases that you can actually have done. Because during this time while people are indoors, their liability exposure isn't all that high. So that's another area that you can save on, possibly reducing the liability coverage on the home as well. But again, I would talk to your agent. Every situation is different, and it may or may not be in your best interest to do that. But again, only you and your agent will be able to determine that.
Okay. And is there anything else that that'd be helpful that you like to mention?
Just pretty much the best thing to do is for any like questions or whatnot. It's really good to have an agent. I know a lot of people like to do everything online, but agents are in place for a reason. They help navigate the ins and outs of what's covered, what's not covered, what's actually available for coverage. So while does help in terms of the speed and getting insurance, if you like to do it online, I would always consider speaking with someone who is trustworthy, who's licensed, and who has experience in the industry to kind of guide you in terms of what coverage you really need and where you can save.
Okay. Well, Chris, thanks so much. And if anybody has any further questions, want to detail down more about what to do now in terms of trying to save money in their insurance or get the best coverage possible, especially with our current situation, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
Best way to get a hold of me is by phone. I do have an email, but you can shoot me a quick text or give me a ring. The best number is my direct business line, which is area code 408-813-7377. Number again is 408-813-7377. I have access to a host of carriers too. It's not just Geico. Geico's partnered with a lot of preferred carriers as well that we can kind of see what we can do in terms of your specific situation and hopefully answer any questions that you have during this time.
Okay. Well, great, Chris. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak with me. And if you like, for folks out there, if you like or find this helpful, please feel free to like or share this post. And I'll include Chris's contact information in the description. Thanks so much, Chris.
Thanks, Clarence.